Hello and welcome to today's session. I'm Paul Acetic and I'll be taking you through HTML semantic elements. So let's start. Over here we have a number of divs and we have some other elements here. Now, semantic elements are basically elements that you can tell the meaning just by looking at them. The semantic elements give meaning to both the browser and to the user or to the developer, sorry. So just by looking at a semantic element, you should be able to tell what the element does. Okay. So looking at these, okay, over here we know what we can easily tell the meaning of this, the meaning of that, the meaning of this. But here, div, we can't easily tell. We don't really understand what div is doing or what div is about. So these here are semantic elements and here are non-semantic elements. We have other semantic elements like section, like aside, like header, like footer. Okay, so semantic elements, they give meaning both to the browser and to the user, but non-semantic elements do not give meaning to the user. So why should we discuss semantic elements or how are they important? Um, Semantic elements are very important. One thing they help with is they help keep our code organized and they also make maintaining code very easy. Now, with this, okay, say we are looking for the user avatar. If it was within the divs, we'll have to keep searching through all our nested divs before we can find it. But here, we just know what we have to search for the user avatar tag and then work on the avatar we are looking for. So that's one easy way divs help. Probably you want to work on a section or you want to work on an aside element or something. Or let's say you want to work on the footer. Okay, you want to work on the footer. You would have to go through all the divs or like you just have to search through the code to find the footer. Okay, but with semantic elements, you all you when if you use semantic elements, all you have to search for is the footer tag and whatever is there, you can work on it. Now, let me show you this. We have we have a lot of divs here. This is how it is when we decide to use divs instead of semantic elements, and we fall into a problem called div soup. Okay, now with this kind of code, when a stranger comes to sit on it, it's difficult for him to maintain the code. Like let's say the company decides to hire a new developer. When a new developer sits on it to work with it, it will be difficult for him. But if there were semantic elements, if the programmer had used semantic elements, it would have been easier for the developer to maintain the code or to do whatever he's supposed to do with it. So it just makes work um, much easier as it also makes the code cleaner. Now, another important thing about semantic elements is that it helps screen readers read websites easily. Okay. Now, for the visually impaired people, they normally use screen readers, okay, to be able to use websites. These screen readers kind of use semantic elements to be able to read the website. So using semantic elements makes it easier for screen readers to read a website. Now let's get to our code and then we'll move from there. So over here we have some HTML code, pre-written HTML code. I would add it to the materials so that you can have access to it. We have some pre-written HTML code which we'll be using for our semantic elements. So instead of these divs, we'll be replacing all these divs with semantic elements, okay, to um, make our code much more organized. Okay. So now over here we have I added there are comments within the code to tell us what each portion of the code is for. So over here is supposed to be a navigation. Here is supposed to be a header. Here is supposed to be the about section. Uh, Here is supposed to be about the products, their products. Then here is a form, get in touch with us. Okay. Then here's a footer. So let's start. So we'll be learning some new semantic elements here. So here's navigation. So instead of div, this is the navigation here. Okay, this portion. So instead of div, we'll be changing that to an element called nav, which is the navigation element. Okay, now we save our work and we have that intact. Nothing changes. So it's done. We are safe. Okay. So now let's move to the next item, the header. So over here, instead of div, we put our header there. Header. Okay. Okay. So we open header, close header, then we save, and we have our header section from fruits to find out more. To find out more. Okay. All that is the header. So from fruit basket to find out more is intact. So we are safe. We move to the next item, the about section. So I think we can make this, let's make it a section. Okay. No, let's make it an article because like you are telling them about your company or about something. So let's make it an article. So the article, okay. So here is more like an article. So we save that. And then as I said, the meaning of these tags, these semantic tags are the same meaning. Navigation means navigation. So like just looking at them, you know what they mean. Just seeing them, you know what they mean. Yeah. So we have all these. Um, we have uh, let me see, what do we have again? Our products. Okay. So for our products, um, let's use aside, okay? Because it's the main item is we have the article, then that article is talking about our company or about our fruit basket service, whatever. Let's say our company. Then the services we render is a subsection under, like, it's not a subsection. Let me say it's it's under the about, but it's also like on its own. Okay, I don't know that you get what I'm saying, but for this one, let's use aside. Okay, normally you see that whenever they are explaining something on the website or something, they use they explain it. Maybe the explanation is there. Let's say maybe they are writing about a company. The about is there, everything, all the information you need is under the about. Then beside that text, there's normally this box, or yeah, normally it's a square, it's a square with writings in it, which normally contains other information that is linked to the um, information in the about section. Okay, sometimes that's what you see on websites, and that's what we want to do with this about. That's what we want to do to our about here. We want our products to be in that box at the corner somewhere, and it should be linked to the about us. Okay, we want our products to be linked to the about us. So over there would use the aside. So it's still kind of part of the uh, article, but it's like small section. It's saying it's related. So it's related to the about us. So that's the aside. We use aside here. wrap this in aside. Okay, so now it should be intact. We shouldn't have any problems when we do this. So let's reload and check. We still have it intact. Okay, so we still have it intact. Now we have our aside. Let's see what next we have. Okay, so now the about us and then the products. This is the main part of the website, since it's containing the information about the company and the services or the services or the sales the company offer. Okay, so this is the main part. This is the main part of the software, the sorry of the website. So we'll in wrap all that in the main. Okay, main tab. Sorry, main element. Let's copy this. No, sorry, cut. Wrap that. Okay, so we have all that inside main now. We save our work. It should be intact. Yes, all is intact. Now we are done with aside main, header, and navigation. Let's move to the next thing. The next thing is, I think, the contact information. Okay, so now, no, sorry, the next thing is like contact us. Okay, that's where the form is. Now this doesn't directly relate to what we have on top here. That's the about us and then our product. It doesn't directly relate to it, so we can put that in a different section. So instead of a div, let's give it a section. Okay, section. So we now have the form, instead of in a div, we have it in a section, another section. So we go on to the last item here, which is uh, our footer. Okay, so the footer is normally the last item on the website and normally contains the copyright information, contacts information, and all those things, email, and all those things. So we'll put footer here, and then we save our work, then we refresh. Now these images, normally what happens is that when we have um I don't know, when we have illustrations or things we want to use, want to show pictures on, maybe we are talking about a certain topic and we want to show a picture. You normally see in textbooks, you see figure 1, figure 2, figure 3. Okay, the figure we also have a figure element which is used to wrap these figures or images, like the figure 1, figure 2. Okay, so I would use these pictures to explain that. We would have here, sorry, instead of having just an image tag here, we should have something like this. So over here we'll have something called a figure. Okay, all right, then we copy this, sorry, cut this, Control X, sorry, and paste it here. So, and instead of li, we should have a figure caption. Figure caption, that's the writing on top there. Then we save it, and we have this. Okay, so that's how to use the figure semantic element. Okay, we'll do same for all these ones over here. Thank you very much, and I'll continue in the next video. There are a lot more will be adding up in the next video. So